And welcome to Hoosac Valley High School for the 12th annual Berkshire County Girls Basketball Coaches versus Cancer Showcase. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tim Moore alongside of my broadcast partner,
Butch Parrott, for the nightcap of this tremendous day of high school basketball here at Hoosac Valley as the Warriors of Medfield High School take on the Lady Hurricanes of Hoosac Valley. Butch, this is quite a capper of a great day of girls high school basketball as the Medfield Warriors, Division II from Eastern Massachusetts. They come into this game 7-5, but they are going to be a real challenge for Hoosac Valley.
Yeah, well, you're looking out there. They come with about 14 girls, and they're all pretty tall. So the Hurricanes are going to have to get it in. They got to get boxing out wherever they're going, and they got to set some good screens and everything else. So we'll see how it goes. Hoosac may have more speed. The other team probably has, well, they do have more height. You can see that right now.
Yeah, this is definitely talked to a coach, Ron Wojcik, before the game, and he, in no uncertain terms, said this is going to be an absolute contrast of styles. Hoosac Valley is going to try to speed this game up, use their advantage in speed, and he said Medfield will try to just pound that ball down low. They have a lot of size. They are also led by their outstanding sophomore, Camilla Silk. She is 5'10". She averages about 13 points a game for the Warriors, Camilla Silk. But Butch, on the other side of the coin for Hoosac Valley, of course, they've got the two big guns for Hoosac Valley.
Yeah, Hoosac, you have Allie Mendel, Lexi Mercier, Riley Robinson. They're the three big guns, but you look at the last game, Sarah Field had a big night that game, and a couple other girls were chiming in as well.
Well, this is the nightcap of a tremendous day of girls high school basketball here at Hoosac Valley. The crowds have been great all day long. Berkshire County has had the better of it in the action, and we're going to review that action for you at halftime. But right now, we're preparing for the introduction of tonight's starting lineups for this final game of the Coaches versus Cancer Classic Showcase here at Hoosac Valley. And actually, Ron Wojcik is going out to the floor. Let's see if we can pick him up.
$1,000. This year with the 6 games, we're already over $3,000 to start with all the team contributions, and hopefully maybe over $5,000 for the year. So I really thank everybody and all the teams for coming in today. This year's event has been dedicated to our senior captain, Allie Mendel, who, with her family, fought a courageous fight for cancer over the summer. She had surgery at the end of July, and has been playing soccer and basketball since, and continues to play at a high level. We're proud of her, and she's an inspiration for certainly anyone battling cancer. And lastly, just want to thank our booster club and the volunteers from all the teams that have helped out today, whether at the scorers table up front or at the concession stand. Certainly could not host an event like this all day long with all these teams without the help of everyone, our county officials. They make a donation as well, so we really appreciate it, and thank you very much.
And that's you could not hear it at home. Head coach Ron Wojcik indicating that they have raised over $3,000 today for the American Cancer Society. And of course, proceeds going to the family of Allie Mendel, recovering from thyroid cancer herself. She had surgery this past summer. And for Medfield, Sienna Kinney And Camille Silk. And Camille Silk is the real deal. Having a great year for Medfield. Sarah Field had a great game against Wacona. And of course, Lexi Mercier, Butch. She of unlimited range, as we've seen throughout the year.
Yeah, she's a co-captain.
And Allie Mendel being introduced last. And there's an exchange of uniforms there by Medfield. We're going to pause now for our national anthem. And we're just about ready for the opening tip. And as Coach Wojcik indicated, tremendous donations. The Berkshire County officials have made a donation to today's event. And it's just heartwarming to see the outpouring here today. This has been a great crowd for this one. Our referees for this evening's contest, Colin Downey, John Bassey, and Mike Rivers. It's a pretty experienced crew for this one. This is a Division II against a Division III matchup. And Butch, this has happened so many times for Hoosac Valley, stepping up in schedule.
Yeah, well, Coach Wojcik's not afraid to go anywhere. He'll go to Boston, he'll go to Maine, he'll go wherever you want him to.
You can see the mismatch at center, and it's going to be controlled there on the inside. And so here comes Hoosac Valley with the pressuring defense on the outside as they are trying to pace this game forward. And there's a jump ball right there. And it will be interesting to see how this team matches up.
Yeah, well, especially with Hoosac's speed, that's what they want to go after.
And a pass tipped away and recovered and knocked away. And it's going to stay with Hoosac Valley. And here comes Medfield. They're going to put some pressure on the Hurricanes. Opening moments here. We're just getting started in this final game of the Coaches versus Cancer. And Robinson is going to bring it into the forecourt against that pressure. And from the corner, Mendel for three. What a great way to start this one for Hoosac Valley. Ellie Mendel finds the bottom of the basket for Hoosac Valley. Mendel now pressuring Silk on top, and the pass is thrown away. And we'll go back to Hoosac Valley. And there's going to be a timeout, as Medfield is going to call a quick timeout here, Butch.
Well, you can see it. They're just throwing the ball around, and Hoosac's putting a lot of pressure on them already.
And they're coming right out. You know, Butch, the thing of coaches versus cancer, and, you know, the theme of it obviously is so many people. You can't name a family that is not affected by cancer. And Coaches versus Cancer has raised more than $100 million in funds. Amazing over the years. And that's high school events, college, of course. There's a whole week. This is Coaches versus Cancer week throughout the nation. And incredible that over $100 million has been raised for the fight against cancer. So, Hoosac Valley will inbound the ball. They lead here 3-0. Shaylee Levesque in the back. And Hoosac Valley have to confront this size. Mendel down the baseline to Mercer. Her shot no good, but the rebound by Riley Robinson.
Well, she's known for that.
She has a nose for the ball. Now the ball's stolen away. And on the rebound and shot, there's going to be a foul. That'll go against Mendel. And Kayla McNeil will go to the line for the Lady Warriors and try to get them on the scoreboard. Yeah, she misses the first. Kayla, just a junior, one of the tri-captains for the Lady Warriors. Came a long way to play this game, Butch, from Medfield, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And she missed them both. And Shayla Levesque goes in and grabs it. Long three-pointer comes up short, and they're going to call Mercier for the travel.
Yeah.
Both teams a little tight here in this early going.
Well, who's going 2-1-2, full court.
And the ball tossed away. Another turnover. Mendel pushes it again into the front court. Will throw a floater. Comes up short. And that rebound is cleared away by
Sienna. Kinney. She's a junior.
Kinney looks to post up on the board. Shot is missed, but the rebound shot blocked. And Hoosac Valley battling underneath, and there's a distinct size disadvantage. They're on the floor, and it's going to go over to the Medfield in the land of the Giants. Significant size differential. And Silk there on the back. Ball knocked loose by Levesque. Ahead to Mendel. She's going to try to take it to the basket. Throws it up, and she's going to take it 2 shots. And that's foul is going to be against Kayla McNeil. So Allie Mendel will go to the line and shoot 2 shots here. Yeah, Allie Mendel with the foul shot. Gets them both. So she's got all 5 of Hoosac Valley points, Butch, and she's off to a fast start.
Yes, she does.
Entry pass tip. That ball stolen away by Mendel, and she's going to get back into the front court. Comes up short on the rebound. Keeps the ball alive. And here's Mercer for 3. And banks it. A bank is open.
Just the way she planned it.
Yeah. And Hoosac Valley leads 8-0. In low. And count that one for Silk. Camilla Silk gets Medfield on the board as they trail here 8-2. And there's no question about it, but you see the speed differential.
Yeah, well, they bring 16 players. Maybe they need them.
Yeah, they might. They got a big squad. And Hoosac Valley changing up the press here now. With Mercer on top. Mendel. And the ball is lost and goes over to Hoosac Valley. And checking into the game for Mendel, Faith Hall. And they had to take Allie Mendel out, but she had 2 fouls, so Coach Wojcik's going to have to play it careful with her. Into the game, I'm sorry, for Hoosac Valley is Avery McGrath, the freshman. There is Mercer, and they're leaving her open. She's going to get some clean looks. McGrath pulls it back. She misses that long rebound. Mendel shot. And it's going to go over to Medfield. Hoosac Valley getting a lot of shots. Ball on the floor. And here comes Medfield. They get to break the pressure in low and score it. And
Yeah, they're going to keep their eye on that one. Start boxing her out.
That's her second basket. So it's 8-4. Lebeck. And on the turnover, ball goes back to Medfield. And low, missed the gimme, but the putback is good by Sienna Kinney. And score it. And Mercer, she comes back.
Well, it was a good move by her. She could fakes the 3-point shot and then comes in and gets it.
And misses the foul shot, so it stays at 10-6 Hoosac here. 3:25 to go in this first quarter. Pass is almost thrown away. Hoosac Valley hounding that ball in low and score it, and that's where they want to go. That's for sure. Camilla Silk, she's got 6 now. 10-8. Robinson sets it off to the side. That shot no good. And McGrath. And the brass thrown away. And here comes Leveque. Pushes it into the front court. Gonna find McGrath. Riley Robinson from the top. She's got it for 3. Riley Robinson.
Good time for that. Hoosac's up 13-8 now, 2:20 to go in the first period.
And a travel in the backcourt. And Annie Canals checking in now for Sarah Field. And you got 4 ladies out there that can shoot that ball from the perimeter, no question about it.
Yeah, Canales had a good game.
And a foul out there on top. Yeah, she had a nice game against Wacona as well. Just a sophomore.
Sarah Field had a good game too. So.
Mercer in the corner for 3. Oh, deadly, Butch. And she's getting some real clean looks at that basket. And she steals the pass and puts it in. Lexi Mercer.
Yeah, she's got those long arms.
Yeah, she's got 10 points now. Ball almost stolen by Canales. A ball stolen by Mercer. She's going to push it into the front court. Going to take it all the way to the basket. Can't, misses the bunny. Ball stolen away on the backside by McGrath. Nice effort there by the freshman, Butch.
Yep.
Never gave up on it. And Alice thinks about it for a minute. Ball lost away there. Oh, almost stolen back, and a putback goes.
Well, just about all their points are gimmies.
Lily Cummings on that basket for Medfield. We're under a minute to go here. 18-10 Hoosac. Long three-pointer. Up and over the backboard. This time does not go. Yeah, Hoosac Valley with the 8-point lead. And just as we thought, Butch, the contrast in styles is amazing.
But you still, at some point, they got to just stop them going right to the hoop and, push them back out a little bit.
35 seconds to go in this first quarter. There's a three-point shot, and it's good. Rattled home.
18-13 now.
Aaron Seibel. Under 20 seconds to go, and the ball thrown away. And so Medfield can get the last shot here to close out this first quarter. Three-pointer, good! By Seibel again, that's her second in a row. And she gets Medfield within two. We're done with the first quarter of play here, and it's Hoosac Valley 18 and Medfield 16. In an exciting first quarter of action here. You know, Butch, another statistic, approximately, according to the American Cancer Society, over 38% of men and women will be diagnosed with cancer of some kind in their lifetime. So we're all susceptible to it, and early diagnosis and detection obviously is a key to survival and to combating this dreaded disease, that's for sure. And, that was a message we got. We talked with Tom Burke. Hopefully we'll have an opportunity to show that interview at some point. Tom Burke, the wonderful coach of the Granby Rams, Lady Rams. We caught up with him earlier today. So gracious, cancer survivor himself, had a lot of great words of wisdom. Hopefully we'll be able to get that interview to you before the end of the night tonight. But we're here at Hoosac Valley, and we've played one quarter. And the Hurricanes lead by 2 over Medfield, 18-16. Hoosac Valley will get the ball first to start this second quarter. And they're going to come back with their starting lineup. And as we've talked about in this broadcast, the big size advantage for Medfield, but Hoosac Valley with the speed advantage.
Well, Mendel's back in the game.
And now Medfield, there's Mercer, a long three, way off. And the rebound, it's on the end line, so it stays.
Hoosac ball.
Stays with Hoosac. It will be, you're right, Butch. John Bassey on that call. So they're going to inbound it here with opening moments of this second quarter. Hoosac by 2, 18-16. Almost picked off there by Medfield. Mendel, floater, no good. And put up and good.
Here comes a timeout, Coach Wojcik.
By Kinney, Sienna Kinney. She's got 4 points now. We're draw 18 apiece here with 7:19 to go in the first half. This graphic you can see on the screen here 67% of people diagnosed with cancer survive 5 years or more. And as I said, the last break, and key to that obviously is diligence and early detection when at all possible. But it really is a great event that they put on here. A lot of volunteers, a lot of work goes into it, Butch.
Yeah, and you can just see it for over the last how many years they've come here to do this Coaches versus Cancer. Like you said, they come from a long way, and Medfield Warriors came here from quite a distance.
Oh, yeah. And they played a game last night. They lost a close one to Norwood in their league. They play in the TVL league in Boston. It's a Division II league outside of Boston. So here we go. We're tied at 18 apiece. Mendel's going to step back for three. She's going to miss it. And the rebound almost stolen away.
Yeah, Fields getting down quick now.
Long shot there. Doesn't go. But they clean up the boards. And on the foul, it's going to be Riley Robinson. Hoosac working hard on the boards, but boy, they have a real size disadvantage here in this one. So Kayla McNeil goes to the line. And she misses that first one. I'm sorry, that's Annie Kennedy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Annie Kennedy for Medfield. Missed them both, back rimmed them, and Hoosac Valley comes away. So we're still tied at 18. Riley Robinson to the basket and banged on the way in and going to go to the line and get a pair, Butch. She is tough. She's all over that floor. And she misses that first one, but she gets the second. So now Hoosac has the 1 point lead, 19-18. They continue to show that press, and here we go. On the turnover, Mendel and Mercer missed it. Little quick on the shot, and they're going to be a tie-up on the ball, go over to Medfield. Just a little bit of patience, I think, there, Butch.
Yep.
And Hoosac Valley has the 1 point lead here. Oh, nice play there, but ball stolen away. Here comes Robinson into the forecourt. Mercer steps back, no good. Ball almost turned over again. Oh, ball turned over. Here comes Levesque. Finds Mendel, she's fouled, and she's gonna go to the line, Butch.
Yep.
Some nice passing there by Hoosac Valley out of that steal. So 5:59 to go in this first half. It's a 1 point Hoosac Valley lead. Mendel goes to the line and sinks it.
Yeah, Abigail Huggers in for Hurricanes now. She's number 22.
And Mendel gets them both. She's been perfect from the line tonight. She's got 7 points. And Hoosac has a 3 point lead. And the turnover, that pressure, Butch, is really affecting the guards.
Yeah, well, you get them, they're trying to go down the sideline there, and if you can just take a little bit of distance away from them. But
Mercier with a long step back three. Bang! Oh! That's her third three-pointer of this game. And she's getting some real clean looks. Could have been a travel there. And ball stolen away by Robinson. Finds Mendel for the layup.
Well, that was a quick 5 points.
Nice defense there by Hoosac Valley. And they've got it back to an 8-point lead again. And the ball stolen from behind by Levesque. Gets it ahead to Mendel, who's going to try to break it to the basket. Misses the jumper, but it's fouled up by Levesque. Oh, and she missed the foul. She had a clean shot at it, Butch. Yeah, nice pass in there and basket for Kinney. She's got 6 now for Medfield. What a contrast of styles. It really is. And the ball stolen away there. Robinson, she was looking. She gets it back. Oh, helter-skelter. Oh, nice drop-down pass, but the shot blocked.
Yeah, Mercier was all alone, crossed.
Ball stolen by Levesque. Oh, she's all over the court.
Oh, yeah, she's been running like crazy.
Shaylee Levesque. Some real effort. And up and down we go. And you can see some of those Medfield ladies, they are winded. They are not used to playing at this pace. Silk on the inside, misses the bunny. But it'll stay with Medfield.
Okay, we got 4 minutes here to halftime. Hoosac up 26-20.
And they get it back out. 3-pointer. No good. Ball on the ground. Still on the floor. Covered up, and it's going to go over to Hoosac on the possession arrow. Some real good effort there by both teams, Butch.
Yeah, and Hoosac up 26-20 now. So.
And just to remember, we're being broadcast simulcast on WNMB LP 107.1. Step back there. Oh, nice rebound by Avery McGrath, Butch. 3-pointer by, and a battle for the ball underneath that basket. And here comes Hoosac. They continue to put the pressure on. Robinson to the basket and gonna get 2 shots. Yeah, boy, you got kids with hands on their hips here, Butch.
Yeah.
Both teams. The young ladies have their hands on their hips, and you know what that means.
Yep.
You got some really winded ladies out there.
Put some shoulder pads on them pretty soon.
Oh, boy. Woo. They are really winded. And Robinson's shot rolls off. Gonna get another one. Into the game now for Hoosac Valley. Kaylee Wynn, just a freshman, and she's in, and she's a real ball hawk. Number 15, Kaylee Wynn. So 27-20, Hoosac Valley. Ron Wojcik going to his bench. He's got a young squad out there now. Avery Hall, I'm sorry, Faith Hall into the game for Hoosac Valley. Sets up for the three, no good. Nice box out by Mercer. It will go over to Hoosac. And the freshman brings it up too. A freshman backcourt here for Hoosac Valley now. Ball on the ground. Ball stolen away by Medfield. And watch Wynn here. Hustling on that ball. And the ball going to be not thrown away. Recovered, run down. Nice effort there. And over the top, but pass picked off on the outlet. And a three-pointer is good from the side. That's going to be Erin Seibel, and she has 3 three-pointers in this game. And the ball stolen. And put it up and in. And just like that, Medfield is back in business. Kayla McNeil with that layup. And we got a break here with 2:11 to go in the first half. Hoosac Valley leads it by 2, 27-25. And kind of a nice run there by Medfield because Hoosac Valley had a little bit of momentum going. Butch.
Yeah, they're 8-point lead, but those big girls are pretty hard to stay with, but they're throwing the ball away too.
Oh, absolutely, and both teams are really working hard. And look what we got here, some of our best fans. They've been here from Hoosac Valley all day long, taking in the action. And we want to give a special shout out to our friends down in North Adams listening to this one on simulcast WMNBLP 101. Jeff and Tom, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. This is an outstanding girls basketball game. We hope you're listening in. Again, we're simulcasting. And at halftime, Butch, we're going to be joined by our broadcast cohort, Rick Boa, who's been here most of the day. He called the Drury Monument game earlier in the day, and he's going to give us a little bit of recap on the action for today and his thoughts on this ball game here today right now. And Levesque runs it into the front court. And they're going to call a foul on top, and that's going to put Levesque on the line. And they're going to call that foul on Tess Patry. So Shaylee Levesque will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. And all these foul shots are big. Oop, and it doesn't go. Got to ask for somebody. Ask, maybe one of the ladies from Medfield wants to get that one.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to go out there. He's going to see if he can elevate, and he can. Woo! Yeah.
Don't see that every day.
No. Okay, so we're going to start action. 1:59 to go in the first half. Hoosac by 2. Hoosac settling into. And it's good from the top for Sabelle, and now Medfield gets the lead. And she is tough. That's her 4th three-pointer. She's got 12 points to lead Medfield. Step back by Sarah Field. Doesn't go. With the rebound by Canales. Misses the turnaround. And a foul, and Riley Robinson goes to the line. Riley Robinson will shoot now 2 shots, Butch, with 1:21 to go. Both teams going to their benches. You need to. And first one drops to tie it. And she gets them both. So now Hoosac gets the 1-point lead.
So we got
ball almost stolen in the backcourt. Canales hounding that ball. Oh, it could have been a travel there. Coach Wojcik calling for it. And a jumper is good. So that gives Medfield the lead. Silk with her 8th point. 30-29. Levesque for 3. No good. But Mercer is going to be fouled on the putback. And she's going to go to the line now and shoot a pair. Hoosac Valley, Butch, is battling on the offensive boards, doing a pretty good job. Their biggest problem is on the defensive boards.
Well, it's they had it set up pretty good there right when they came out.
So we're tied now at 30 apiece. I'm sorry, Butch, go ahead.
Oh, but they,
Mercer missed the second and the putback. And so here we are. We're tied at 30 apiece here. Oh, ball is stolen away. Here comes Robinson. Going to take it to the basket. And doesn't get it to go. And a call, a timeout by Medfield here with 26 seconds.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a three-point shot going up here.
All right.
The lady who has 4 already.
And Coach Wojcik has chosen to sit Allie Mendel, who's got 2 fouls. A lot of this first half, but she's seen good action and she's done a great job. But she picked up a couple fouls and he's going to sit her for a bit. Leading scorer for Hoosac Valley is Lexi Mercier, as she's got 14 points and 3 3-pointers for Medfield. The big story for them has been Erin Seibel, the senior tri-captain. She's got 4 3-pointers for 12 points to lead the Lady Warriors here. We're tied at 30 apiece in a very entertaining game. And I'll tell you, Butch, could be stamina might play a big role down the road here for both these teams, as they are both playing very hard, very hectic. And was it almost stolen in the backcourt? Ahead, it is stolen. And here comes, and a foul in the backcourt. And I think that's going to be the 10th team foul now.
So it looks like, yep.
And that's going to put Robinson at the line for 2. Kind of a foolish foul at that point, being so far away from the basket. And Robinson misses it. She struggled from the foul line so far here tonight. She missed them both, back rimmed them both. 2 big misses.
Yeah, she had a 1-and-1, a couple.
Ball stolen back. Hoosac Valley will get the last shot.
Shoot it.
And a long one. It's gone! Kaylee Wynn nails the 3 from way downtown. And Hoosac Valley will go into the locker room with a 3-point lead.
Freshman.
Just a freshman. Kaylee Wynn. And she won't soon forget that one. And Hoosac Valley goes to the locker room with a lead, 33-30. You know, Butch, this is the Coaches versus Cancer Classic, and it really got started many years ago. And we've got the guy who started it all with an interview right now. We're here at Coaches versus Cancer at Hoosac Valley High School with former Hoosac Valley boys head coach Bill Robinson. And Coach, we asked you to come over to talk with us about Coaches versus Cancer because many people don't understand that you were the originator of the original Coaches versus Cancer back in the day. How long ago was that? Can you remember?
Oh, about 13 years ago now. I believe it was 13 years ago. And we started out with 4 teams. We had a Friday and a Saturday night over at MCLA. It was ourselves and Pittsfield High School boys. And we brought in Mohawk boys and the Chicopee boys. And Pittsfield and I and Hoosac, we split the teams. We played Mohawk the first night and they played Chicopee. And then they got Mohawk the next night and we got Chicopee. So that was the first go round with it. And then it grew from there. We went to a boys Berkshire County day up at MCLA where we had all 12 Berkshire County teams play each other in crossover games, but it was a regularly scheduled game. And then it got to be 2 years after that, we brought the girls on. and we had a boys' day on Saturday, girls' day on Sunday.
I remember that.
And then we changed it up again. We put the boys and girls together on Saturday and the boys and girls together on Sunday for travel purposes. Teams from South Berkshire didn't want to travel up here both days, so we let the girls and the boys play back-to-back games, and that was pretty good. I mean, we raised some good money for the Cancer Society at that point. We were pulling in probably around $25,000 each tournament. So overall, I think we lasted about 7 years doing it, and we raised somewhere in the neighborhood of $130,000.
It is impressive to see the teams that are committed to coming here to Coaches versus Cancer. You got a great lineup here of girls teams, and they've had some pretty competitive games throughout the day.
Yeah, I was here for the first two this morning. Both games were 2 points. Mount Greylock edged Palmer by 2, and then Lee beat Maher at the buzzer by 2 points. And very exciting games. And then I had left, and I just got back now, so we'll see how this one goes.
We can't let you go, Coach, without getting your insight. We're at really just over the halfway point here of the season, and in the girls' side, Division III, you've got Hoosac Valley, Wacona in this game right here. Greenfield, we've seen them. What's your thoughts on Division III in Western Mass?
Yeah, those 3 teams, they're the top of the bracket in Division III girls. Whatever it shakes out. If you're the 1 seed, I think you're a little fortunate because you don't have to play the other 2 in the semifinals. But whoever gets that 1 seed will have a little bit of an edge, I think, going into the final game. But it's a 3-team race for sure.
Yeah, and somebody else is trying, obviously, everybody wants to get into that 4th spot, and there's going to be a battle for that.
Yeah, right now it looked like South Hadley played a little better down in the valley after really looking terrible up here early in the year. They seem to have got the ship righted, and they're playing pretty good basketball now. We saw Granby today. They may be in a mix. This Hampshire team may be in a mix. But, Drury beat them the other night. The Drury girls could be in the mix right now. A nice win today over Monument Mountain. So
right, and they have a pretty favorable schedule down the stretch.
Absolutely. It also hurts them come seeding time. Right. But wins matter. Wins matter. So
and we've had this discussion. We have some disagreement on this. Hoosac Valley what plays at the end of the year. They play in that Foxborough tournament, and they always get at least one of those games, and it's really tough competition. They have to play in the North and Berkshire County, and they may end up getting beat a few times down the road, and that may hurt them.
There's no guarantees they could lose here tonight.
Right.
They got a game against Medfield tonight that they could lose, and then it's off to Wacona next week again in Dalton. And last year they were beaten there last year by Wacona. I know they got Taconic coming back here again, and then like you said, those 2 games with in the Foxborough tournament. But you still got Pittsfield High too, who's very dangerous. So there's still a long way to go yet.
This Hoosac Valley team, Coach, you see them in Berkshire County. Your daughter plays on the team. Interesting team, not a lot of size, but they run and they depend on that pressing defense and that perimeter offense.
It's all about tempo with them, and they get you to speed up and play faster than you want to play. And you see it all the time. Teams that buy into that and try to run with them, they miss easy shots. Their legs go on them late. And let's not forget one thing. Hoosac shoots the darn 3 pretty darn well for any age, but for girls high school basketball, they shoot the ball pretty well.
Yeah, we saw that the other night against Wacona. I mean, I think they shot the ball well, and you saw them down at Taconic, an incredible shooting performance.
Oh yeah, Lexi. When Lexi's on, boy, they're tough because she's got unlimited range, and she went 11 of I think 20 from 3-point land at Taconic that night. She was incredible. She just her shot was on, and she's every night though she's hitting 5 or 6. Yeah. That's tough. That's 18 points right there.
Right.
And teams just can't hang with that. Once we would go back to back 3 times, and next thing you know, you look up, you're down 4, now you're down 13.
Yeah, that's for sure. Coach, we want to thank you we've been trying to grab you for the whole season. We'll hope to get you on High School Basketball Weekly at some point. I know you might relent, but we really always treasure your insights.
It's a pleasure, Tim. I'll help you anytime I can. You know that.
Former Hoosac Valley head coach Bill Robinson here at Coaches versus Cancer. And right now we're delighted to have with us our broadcast partner Rick Bua, who called the Drury Monument game earlier in the afternoon, and then Rick, you've been seeing most of the games, and it's been a Berkshire County day here at Coaches versus Kansas. They've had the better of it.
Yeah, Tim, you're absolutely right. It's welcome to Berkshire County and welcome to Hoosac Valley High School. And you talk a lot about it because we see it and we live it, we cover it, and the fans get to see the young girls, the young men around here play. But once you come over the mountain for the Pioneer Valley, they know what they're in for. They know what to expect. It's speed, it's audacity, it's just tremendous hustle, and this Hoosac pressure. They may have not seen, Medfield may have not seen this at all this year, and they've created quite a few turnovers. As far as earlier games, Tim, yeah, I mean, congratulations to Coach Jacoby in his win over Palmer. Get them back on track. His goal is to make that Western Mass D3 tournament. A last-second shot empowered Lee over Mahar. In the game I covered, of course, was the rematch between Monument Mountain and Drury, and Drury looked much, much better.
Absolutely.
And they're getting better every game. And their defensive tenacity was incredible. It was a different Drury team I saw out there today.
Yeah, they looked really good today on that floor. They really had the pace going their way, and they are looking like they're going to be a team to be contended with down the stretch here in the regular season.
Yeah, they absolutely are, and they got some usual scoring from Brooke DeJaneiro, and Tess Zoidel had an incredible game, offensively, defensively. I think she had 17 points, but they played team basketball, and they're going to do well. They're in that part of the schedule now. They're in the South, so everything's looking up for the Blue Devils.
This game here, Butch and I have been calling this Medfield-Hoosac game. What a contrast in styles. Medfield, no slouch. They have some size, and they know, and of course they've gotten some nice shooting from their tri-captain Aaron Seibel, who's hit 4 3-pointers.
Yeah, I said to Butch just before we came back on the air for halftime. To me, she's the difference. And what I see in Lexi is I think Lexi's going to get a little hotter in the second half. She just needs to set those feet. I'm sure Coach Wojcik has told her that because she's got that green light to shoot. The defensive pressure's been incredible, creating so many different turnovers. You don't want to get into a half court with them just because of their size.
Right.
Quite frankly, I have not seen a girls team this big, but we're not used to the teams from Central and Eastern Mass until Hoosac gets down there later in the season.
Butch, any insights on this?
Yeah, take away your left arm.
Well, Rick, listen, I don't want to take you away from Mrs. Boy here, but if you want to stay up here for the second half, we've got a headset for you. So you can join in on this broadcast here. We're live on 1302 Northern Berkshire Community Television, and of course, we're simulcasting this contest on WMNB LP 107.1, and we're going to have Mr. Boy. I think Mrs. Boy agrees. And of course, don't forget about High School Basketball Weekly every Thursday night at 7:30, Saturday at 10 a.m., and Sunday at 7 p.m. on channel 1302 on webcast and simulcasting now on WMNB. All right, we're just about ready now to start the second half here. And Hoosac Valley will get the ball first. And they're going to inbound it. And Robinson going to run the point for Hoosac Valley. And Mendel back into the game. She has 2 fouls, and she sat a little bit in that first half. And Robinson with a up and dunning.
Nice spin move there by Riley.
And she has been taking that ball hard to the basket, Butch.
Yeah, that was a nice one, like Rick said. A little spin move there.
And Hoosac Valley with the 5-point lead, 35-30. And there they go, Lotus Silk. Oh, ball stolen away by Robinson, but she stepped on the end line. Well, that front line of Medfield is tough. So Hoosac Valley, Medfield will inbound the ball here. And they're going to be a consultation.
Of course, in the program, Tim, they've got the numbers and they've got the kids' names and everything. They don't have their height, so we're guessing out there. But we're looking at the junior at about 6'2" maybe.
And she misses a bunny. Those are the heights right there, my friend.
Oh my goodness gracious, 6'3".
6'3", that's right.
I was close.
you were. So, all right, Hoosac Valley now with the ball. They got the 5-point lead. And working against a man for man now. Medfield is coming out man for man. to start this second half against the Hurricanes. And they're going to be a bump and foul out top there. That one's going to go against Tess Patrick.
Of course, you and Tim, you and Butch cover the Lady Hurricanes. You see them a lot more than I do, but a lot of these girls I'm very familiar with. But Shaylee Levesque, I got to see for the very first time against Drury, and so impressive. And I saw her last week against Wacona.
Yeah, she is a real ball hawk. Mercer's thought about it for a minute. Oh, good cross-court pass to Field. Beautiful pass from Robinson to Field, and that's her first bucket of the game.
That's where Sarah's very strong. She showed that in the Wacona game.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's the spot she wants to be on, right down the baseline.
All right, Hoosac Valley now, the 7-point lead. Of course, in below to Silk, and she's going to take it right to the basket. Can't convert it. Levesque tries to move it out.
Good defense by Riley Robinson there, even though she couldn't get her hand on the ball. She created that miss.
Sarah Field steps back. First three, Sarah Field. The story that Hoosac puts 5 players on that court all the way to the basket. It rolls out, and the rebound does not go, and a foul on the rebounding action.
And that's where the Hurricanes, all they can do is box out and do their very, very best, because some of the taller Medfield girls, they don't, as long as they don't foul, they don't even have to jump. They could just tap the ball back to themselves.
5:54 to go here in the third quarter. Hoosac with the 10-point lead. And first one is good. And second one doesn't go, and Sarah Field on a nice box out. Camilla Silk with 9 points now for the Warriors. She is their leading scorer. She averages about 13 points a game. Medfield extending that pressure, trying to get something going here. They
they're
trail
really
by
forcing
9.
The Hurricanes out high.
And Mendel with the layup does not go.
Yeah, there's a little out of control on that one.
And low. No good. And the pass stolen away. Mendel going to try to break it to the basket. Can't get it to go. One and done for Hoosac there.
Yeah, Ellie had a lot of those in the first half. A lot of layup attempts.
And a backside pass to Silk goes. She's got 11. She leads. Medfield. The Lady Warriors here from the eastern part of Massachusetts. And they're getting a taste of Berkshire County basketball. Step back. Oh, wow. Lexi Mercer.
Long three. It's a patented Mercer three.
Wow. Just stepped back and let it go. Big basket for Hoosac
But again,
Valley.
she had her feet set that time.
Yeah.
And she didn't hurry it.
No good there. And Hoosac Valley comes away with it. Mendel's going to back it out a little bit. And she's fouled on the outside.
How smart Allie is actually forcing that foul. Forcing the contact. Not creating the contact, but making someone hit her.
Butch, it might be my imagination, but I see a lot of these Medfield girls got their hands on their hips. Looks like they could be getting a little tired.
Well, they came with 16 players, like I told you.
Sarah Field kicks it back. Mercer from in the next area code.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh my goodness!
Steph Curry doesn't throw him like that.
Exactly.
He's closer to the hoop than Lexi was.
Wow! And they're going to call a travel, and that was a good call.
Yeah.
And Hoosac Valley now has a 13-point lead, and Medfield's in a danger zone here. They can't let Hoosac Valley get away.
Butch, this has been a game of runs, hasn't it? The whole thing has been one way or another. Huge runs sometimes.
Mercer again from the side. Another one!
Oh, she's lighting it up now.
Oh.
I said at halftime, Tim, I thought she was going to shoot better.
Wow. But we've interviewed Bill Robinson. We had him at halftime, and he talked about Mercer. When she gets going, watch out! And Leveque's got the steal in the breakout. Mendel, no good. And tie it up, and it goes over to Medfield. Wow. I didn't see the shooting performance, Butch, down at Taconic that Mercer put on down there, but I heard it was something to behold. He just couldn't miss. On a steal, and a putback.
She's making the difference this third quarter, that's for sure.
Oh, no question about it. And another steal. Mercer. Oh,
that would have put the crowd crazy here.
This way would have brought the house down. Yeah. Hoosac Valley now with the 18-point lead. Robinson in the basket. Scores it.
Hoosac Valley really turning it on here now.
They are absolutely putting on a clinic. And on an offensive foul to boot. Oh boy, it's going all Hoosac Valley's way now. Woo! Boy, what a sequence in the last 2 or 3 minutes here. When they're playing like this, Butch, they're going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, it's well, like you said, they played down in Boston last night.
Yeah, they had a game last night. Robinson gets a free look and nails it. And timeout.
Coach Nickerson has seen about enough for now. He's got
to call a timeout.
Question is it too late? That was an incredible run the Hurricanes just put on.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they just lit it up.
Yeah, 5 3-pointers. Boom, boom.
Whoa.
And you're doing this with one of your top players in Allie Mendel, somewhat quiet tonight. Contributing yet quiet on the scoring end.
And I got a former Hoosac Valley Lady Hurricane, Jen Gale, now first-year assistant coach here at Hoosac Valley. And another statistic, Rick, we've been showing these throughout the broadcast. Within 2018, approximately 1.7 million new cases of cancer will be diagnosed, and approximately over 600,000 deaths will occur. And we talked with Tom Burke, the coach of Granby, and of course he emphasized just early detection. So important in the fight against cancer.
Yeah, for folks that I've known, Tim, over the years, they say the exact same thing. The reason that they're still with us today is the early detection. Can't stress that enough.
All right, we got the action. Hoosac Valley now by 8. And the shot doesn't go. On the rebounding action, Leveque comes out of there in the land of the Giants.
And Mercer's
Boy, she is just spunky. She is spunky.
You're right. Mercer,
nice pass.
To Mendel. And they're going to call a foul. Beautiful pass, and Mercer's doing it all right now. But what an effort by Shaylee Leveque to come down with that rebound. But they just have taken over this game.
Well, I love the players on the floor because you got his starters out there now. And here's some substitutions with Annie Canales coming in.
Yeah, Annie Canales and Avery McGrath coming in.
But
Mercier.
If you can have either Riley Robinson or Shaylee Leveque on the floor just to run that point, they're really, really comfortable. Now they got younger kids coming along.
And Mercier's got 25 points on the night here. And we're in the third quarter. 56-33. 23-point lead for Hoosac Valley. They have really exploded here in this third quarter. Here comes Medfield. And nice play there for the score. Give that one to Maeve Devlin, the senior. Robinson gonna back it out. Minute 35 to go in this third quarter. Canales steps back for 3. Got it! Oh boy!
That's her specialty.
and that's her spot. Hoosac Valley just
saw that last year in her freshman season.
Absolutely.
Good call there by Mr. Bassi on that end line, Butch.
Yeah.
He's standing right there. So here is Riley Robinson on the charge. A little behind the back dribble. Nothing for Canal. She's going to back it back out to Robinson. Mendel, nice fake down the lane. Allie straight up, off the glass a little bit too hard. Here's Canales for a three. Can't get it. Mendel with a rebound. And they're going to reset again. Robinson goes up and she's fouled. She'll go to the line. Nice drive there, Butch, by Riley. They're so basketball smart, these young ladies.
Well, sometimes they're dribbling in too far.
They get underneath the basket?
And they're just throwing them up off the glass.
Yeah, sometimes that's girls basketball.
You got to pass it to, well.
Junior Riley Robinson, co-captain at the line. She had a little hard time for the free throw line. She may be, I don't have stats in front of me, Butch, but she might be a little bit under 50% on the night.
On her foul shots?
On the foul shots,
Riley,
yeah.
She's way below 50%.
1 out of 2 that time. Levesque back in the game, and Robinson will take a seat. Catch your breath, grab a drink here with 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. 60-35 Hurricanes. That pressure continues. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, there's no 10-second violation here in girls basketball. There's one that won't go this time for Siebel, but she was red hot, as Tim said, in the first half. It's been all Hoosac Valley here in the second half. See if the Hurricanes can hold for that last shot. That sometimes, Butch, is not the easiest thing to do. Mercer shot a little bit short. She's going to get another one, Butch, right at the buzzer. Back iron. 2 seconds. One more. And I think Annie Canales, maybe just waited just a fraction of a second, but that was an incredible third quarter for the Hurricanes, as they're going to take a commanding 25-point lead at 60-35 over the Warriors of Medfield. And make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen, this Medfield team coming in at 7-4, playing a Central Mass Division II schedule. That's not too shabby, Tim.
No, it isn't. This team has competed well in Division II over the years. They have been in their league. They play the same conference with Norwood, it's Hopkinton, some other teams. They play in it's a Division II league, and you can see, as Butch said, they brought 16 kids with them. But boy, it was a tussle in the first half. But I got to tell you, it's been all Hoosac Valley in this third quarter. An unbelievable performance.
The fourth game today, Tim, we didn't talk too much about at halftime, but the Braves of Takana continue to play well as they knocked off Granby. And, I'll tell you what, it's really nice with all of us that cover Western Mass basketball, especially you and I on our High School Basketball Weekly show. I never got to see Nora Young before I got to see her today, so that was nice.
She's a very good
She's a
ball player.
Yeah.
So here we go, starting the fourth quarter. Hoosac Valley with a 25-point lead, and Medfield's going to have to play a little down. There's a steal by Mercer. Those long arms, going to go to the basket and score it. Mercer, 27 points.
She's having one of those nights.
She absolutely is. And along the baseline, and it's collision there. It's going to stay with Medfield. Just the pace, I talked to head coach Ron Wojcik before the game, and Butch and I talked about it. It was a question of whose pace was going to control here, Butch.
Well, I talked to Coach Wojcik too, and he told his scouting people said just what you just said. Hoosac speed, and see what the Medfield people can do. Well, Hoosac speed is hanging up. Or holding up, I should say.
Step back, no good. And Levesque comes out of there again. She has been a real ball hawk.
She's got a lot of rebounds for the time.
You better believe it.
She's all alone there right now.
I like how everybody just knows their role on this Hurricanes team.
Yeah, they really settle in, and course, as we said many times, Rick, they put 5 girls on that floor who will shoot the ball from anywhere. And so it puts pressure defensively on you because you've got 5 people. They'll take that 3 and they'll make the 3. It's one thing to shoot them, but they shoot them and make them.
You're right. Yeah.
And a foul on the play there, going to the basket. And we're going to see who that's against. 6:49 to go in this ball game. All Hoosac Valley here in the second half. 62-35. And Medfield hasn't been to the line that much so far in this game. Rounding out, and the rebound by Mercer.
That's a nice rebound by Lexi.
Yeah, she's done a lot today on both ends of the floor. And Hoosac Valley now running against that man-to-man defense of Medfield. Mercer on top, can't get away. Steps back, a long three-pointer. Oh, front rims it. Boy.
It was close.
Oh, it was. For a little separation there. Hoosac Valley just attacking Medfield. And the ball almost thrown, and it is thrown away.
And just to, Tim, just to conclude the 5th game today, what a nice win by Coach Liz Kay's Warriors from Wacona.
Oh yeah, against
look totally different, you know. So it's really hard to say what a team looks like when you don't play the Hoosac Valley Hurricanes.
Right. Yeah, they look real nice, real strong today.
Yeah, they pretty much did to Hampshire what the Hurricanes did to them last Friday night.
And the back screen. And Robinson's going to dribble out of there and going to be fouled. And that's going to be the 16th foul for Medfield.
The ball handling of Levesque and Robinson, whether they're alone or they're on the floor at the same time, is just a bonus for the Hurricanes. Just because they're so crafty, you know. They keep plays alive. And
absolutely.
Well, then you get the others.
Mendel from the corner doesn't go. Nice set play there. What was that, Butch?
Well, you get Canales in there and Fields in there.
Yeah, you're right, Tim. They can all throw them up.
They put them up there on the floor, and it causes a lot of pressure on the defense because you have to be on them. And the incredible thing after all these years, talking to Coach Wojcik, they have the green light. Everyone has a green light to shoot it. I wish I had a green light, Butch.
And we got another foul as Riley Robinson.
Well, Mendel's got her 3rd foul.
Helps Maeve Devlin up. She's a senior, 5'8" forward. First one goes in and out. And that pretty much, Butch, sums up this second half really for Medfield. They, as high as they started getting a little bit towards the end of the second quarter, never carried over to the third. 0 for 2. And Sierra Field tracks down the rebound.
Well, they've got to be tired. They've been running.
Oh, they have to be. Yeah. The Hurricanes still look very fresh out there.
All Hoosac's got to do is run the clock down.
Yeah, they could go 3 or 4 possessions without scoring, Butch,
yeah.
and still be in control for sure.
The clock's coming down.
Nice back door to Riley. Levesque's going to throw one up. It's going to be sure. She had to whip that up there. The shot clock was about to go off.
Yeah.
Evie McGrath back in the game for the Hurricanes. 4:40 left, 62-35, complete control. The Hurricanes are in complete control.
that is for sure, Rick. Step back. Oh, good. Mendel on the rebound. Looking
beautiful
long
pass.
to Mercer. Can't get it up and under, but a beautiful pass. And the ball almost stolen from behind. There's a three-pointer. Doesn't go, and Serrafield, nice box out.
Well, Mendo's playing now with 3 fouls.
And the putback is good. And it's been hard going for Medfield here in this second half.
Nice behind the back.
Oh, all the way through. Oh,
everything but the finish.
Everything but the finish. She'll hear that from her father, I think. And
you got a whole different lineup here for Medfield.
Yeah,
much,
he's gone to his bench here. And a putback, no good. And Riley Robinson and going to bring it into the front court. Mercer's going to step back. This is that one. And the ball tied up, so.
I think they're going to get Allie on a foul over the back.
Yeah, and I think.
That'll be her 4th foul.
And we're going to get some substitutions here coming in for Hoosac Valley. Great effort here. Ron Wojcik goes heavily to his bench, and Kaylee Wynn along Allie Canales. Faith Hall in the game as well, and Abby Bird seeing her first action. Abby Bird, just a freshman. So you got out there.
And even though you got 5 different players on the floor right now, you're going to see the same style of Hurricanes basketball.
That's right.
Offensively and defensively.
And Kaylee Wynn running the point here. She finished the first half with a tremendous bomb 3-pointer.
Well, that really gave us a lot of momentum.
Absolutely. They went in with a 3-point lead at half. Down the lane goes McGrath, no good. And tipped out of bounds.
Coach Wojcik is shouting encouragement. He really liked that drive down the lane when she saw that path.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're looking at future of the Hurricanes here. And dumping the ball in low. And a tie-up on the floor, and the ball will stay with Medfield. 62-37.
Golly, you don't want Coach Nickerson going back to Medfield and telling all the folks down there not to take an invitation up here.
Oh, boy. Well, Medfield only has scored 7 points in this half. That's the story of the game. That has been the story of this game. Shot is no good.
Well, fellas, I can't say for sure, but I don't remember a 3 for Medfield in the second half of the 7 points.
I don't either. They lit it up. You know, you had Seibel for Medfield. She had 4 threes in the first half. Can't keep them in the ball game. And nice inbound play there to Silk, and she scores. And Silk is in double figures now. And a runner, no good by Wynn. She kicks it out to Canales. Canales to take the short jumper. And that doesn't go. So this has been a great day for Berkshire County teams at the Coaches versus Cancer Classic. And a ball will stay, go over to Hoosac Valley.
It's going to be a clean sweep, fellas, for Berkshire County.
It will be. As Abby Hugger going to check back in along with Rylan Wittick. Rylan Wittick, just a freshman as well. Getting some action here for Hoosac Valley. And Wynn gets stuck. A long cross-court pass. It looks go over to Hoosac. And Hugger. And we're under 2 minutes to go in this ball game.
Just a little bump foul.
Oh, yeah.
Ariana Tristan, she's a junior.
Yes, she is. And Faith Hall gets in the scoring column. Faith Hall, a junior.
She's got a nice free throw.
Yeah, she does. She's got a nice form, Rick.
Yeah.
64-39 Hoosac. And Coach Wojcik has got to be real satisfied with this effort. As he was in a dogfight at halftime against a much bigger team, but Hoosac Valley came out on all cylinders in that second half.
I got to say, before this broadcast is over, I absolutely love Medfield's uniforms.
Yeah, yeah.
How fitting.
How fitting.
For Coaches versus Cancer Day, 2019.
You better believe it. Quick timeout for a substitution. Hoosac Valley led by Lexi Mercier tonight, 27 points, but an incredible second half where she just exploded and put this game away for Hoosac. To win, Wynn throws it up, and a putback will go for Wittick. Alan Wittick scores 2. And like you say, Rick, those come in. It doesn't matter where they come in off the bench. They play the same style. A lot of fight on that floor. Ball on the, and they're going to call a ball. Goes over to Hoosac on a tie-up.
That's how you sustain a program, I really think, fellas, is the way that Coach Wojcik has done it and continues to do it with the junior varsity program, bringing up his younger players slowly, and of course the youth program. These communities that get involved in their youth program have a lot of success. Tom Sinella did it for a long time down at Lee.
Absolutely.
And look at some of the teams he has.
Oh yeah, he had a great run down there.
I mean, Dane Perro and Gary Campbell do it with football.
Yes.
So it's it's not basketball, but it's the same thing.
They
get
thing.
Involved with the youth.
We got a moment here. We want to thank Northern Berkshire Community Television for the broadcast of high school basketball tonight. Coaches versus Cancer. And a putback goes. That's Fabi Hugger. We want to thank our producers and directors, Dave Fabiano and Peter Gentile. Dr. Joanne Hurlbut on camera. And Sim Keir from MCLA on our other camera. Sim's been here 2 nights in a row. She was here last night with Hoosac Valley and Drury. 21 seconds to go, and of course we want to thank Rick Boer for joining us here for the second half of action.
Well, thank you, fellas, for inviting me up to your broadcast booth. It's always a pleasure to work with you guys.
And Coach Wojcik got to be very, very satisfied with this victory.
It makes practice all worthwhile.
Yeah, it does. It does. And the ball inside, inbound to Kelly Wynn. And a putback is good. That might do it here.
Yeah, there'll be no shot here.
You don't know. Under 10 seconds.
Well, he might let him shoot.
And they're going to let it run out.
Yeah, coach. The coaches usually yell no shot.
I wanted to throw up another
one.
one.
She did that in the first half, but you're right. Hoosac Valley with a big 68-44 victory. And the story was the second half in this one, Rick. As Hoosac Valley went into halftime, courtesy of Miss Wynn's fabulous three-pointer there, 33-30, and they held this Medfield team to 14 points in the second half. What a performance for Hoosac Valley. They come away with the victory, 68-44.
Sometimes the little things can propel you. You get a young lady like that she almost was emotionless when she hit it, and it was tremendous. What a way to go into the locker room, and they just carried it over. It was an incredible performance by the Hurricanes in the second half. Whole different team, I thought.
No question about it. Now stay tuned here. We're going to have some interviews here in just a moment, but we want to bring to you an interview we had with the head coach of the Granby Rams, Tom Burke, great supporter of Coaches versus Cancer. We're here with the head coach of the Granby Lady Rams, Coach Tom Burke, and Coach, you have been involved with this Coaches versus Cancer tournament at Hoosac Valley, I believe, every single year.
Yes, we have, and it's been a great experience. I look forward to it every year, and it has a lot of special meaning for me as a person who survived cancer. So.
Yes, you've been a big promoter of it. We've noticed that, and we've interviewed you in the past. And one of the things I didn't realize, talking to Coach Ron Wojcik, is that you and Coach Wojcik get together and try to match the teams from the Valley up with teams from Berkshire County so you have the best games?
Oh yeah, and I think both of us knowing our areas a little better than the other, it's easier for me to tell Ron who I think, and every year I'm always playing a number of Berkshire schools every year in my schedule, and I see Ron all the time, so we pretty much know who's who and who's going to be good, just up and down. So it looks like so far today it's been working out pretty good, I heard. So.
Absolutely. We've had great games. The first 2 games have been great, and this game that we've got going on right behind us is exciting as well.
An all Berkshire affair.
It's an all
so
Berkshire.
Ron matched them up. Give him credit.
I will. And Coach, you've given of your time so graciously to the tournament, and like you say, you are a cancer survivor, and in this tournament this year is dedicated to cancer survivors. What's the message that you would, as a cancer survivor, send to the people out there who are watching the broadcast?
Well, I think one of the things that's interesting this year, too, is the fact that we have a young lady, Allie Mendel, who plays for Hoosac, who has gone through the thyroid cancer, and we have the T-shirts that were made up for her, which I think is great. And I think the message I would send is that you never know, whether you're 17 or 64, like I am, when this disease can hit. And I think people have to be aware of the prevention and the things that they can do to check on it on a yearly basis. And I mean, that's how my annual physical was how they found my cancer. So I think one of the things that this tournament does is it produces money that can go for research, and they're always finding different things that can be helpful to people who may be terminal but have a better quality of life as a result of a lot of different treatments that are there, and save some lives with new treatments and new drugs that can help people get through a cancer that was uncurable at one time.
Well, Coach, we want to thank you very much for all that you do for the Coaches versus Cancer, your support. You have a great program down at Granby. We love watching you. We follow you. Here up in Berkshire County, we follow the Lady Rams. You've always had outstanding teams. You run a great program, and we want to congratulate you for all you do, and thank you, and wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season.
All right, thank you very much. And by the way, I think Ron gave us the toughest match.
All right, we're here with Ron Wojcik, head coach of the Lady Hurricanes, and a few of the Hurricanes and coach. I'll tell you, we talked about this at the beginning of the game. It was going to be a contrast of styles here, and they hung with you for a half, but boy, I think the legs got weary in that second half.
Yeah, I thought so. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, they played a great first half. We were fortunate. Kaylee made that big shot at the end of the half, give us a little momentum. But I really expected it to be, a dogfight. I didn't know what was going to happen. Once we hit a few shots, our legs seemed like we picked up the pace and got into our press a little bit. I was encouraged at halftime. Jen said we had forced 20 turnovers at halftime. Yeah. So we're thinking if we can do that again and come at them again, maybe we can get some points out of it. But they're big.
Oh my God! I mean, we talk about it. That's a big high school basketball
That's a big team. And if you let them get the ball inside or the ball goes up, chances are they're going to get an offensive rebound and putback. I mean, that's a good team.
Yeah,
that's a good team.
It absolutely is. And you commented before the introductions successfully for Coaches versus Cancer. You think you've raised over $3,000?
Well, for sure. We by having the 6 games, we have guaranteed $3,000 from all the teams that came in. So then on top of that, any of the gate today or any other donations. So I'm cautiously optimistic that maybe we broke 5,000 today. I'm hoping.
Well, congratulations. And for all the hard work, Coach, that you put into it. We're so happy it was really a tremendous day of high school basketball.
It really was. It was tremendous. It was fun. It was emotional. It was great games. The earlier games were competitive. We played a really good team, and we had a lot of fun today.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
And we're going to bring in here. Listen, Lexi, come on in here. Avery, you got to get used to all this. I mean, they're the veterans, so. But I'll tell you, we want to start. Lexi, I'll tell you the first half, it was a real dogfight with this team. It just seemed like you jumped them in that second half, and they just didn't have their legs underneath. And, of course, you guys shot lights out.
We came in the second half with a lot of momentum, especially from Kaylee's 3. It just got us going.
Yeah, I mean, at some points, it just seemed like you were feeling it and away you were going. I mean, I don't think this team particularly understood, really were prepared for the range that you guys were throwing at them in terms of your outside shots.
Yeah, I mean, the first half I wasn't really shooting well, and I had to focus on it a lot more in the second half, and they just started falling for me.
Great. Well, Avery, you got into this one a lot. Allie got in a little bit of foul trouble here, and Coach wanted to give her a little protection. So you saw a lot of action in that first half against a team that's a very big in terms of physical. And how did you feel you played against their size?
Well, I started off a little more nervous, but once you got in the flow, you just gotta go with it.
Well, you got a great supporting cast here. You're surrounded by two of probably the finest basketball players in Western Massachusetts, so that's got to make it a little easier for you.
True.
and Allie, what a great day, really for you and for Coaches versus Cancer and the high school basketball community of Western Massachusetts. We talked to Coach Tom Burke from Granby, and he was just delighted to come up here and support not only Coaches versus Cancer, but you and Hoosac Valley.
Yeah, I was really thankful for all the support today, and I hope that it was eye-opening to a lot of people to see that anything can happen at any given time.
Well, absolutely. You're an absolute inspiration. I mean, young lady who's battling this disease, and to see the effort you put in out here tonight, it's really an inspiration. It was an inspiration for me, I'll tell you. It's got to be an inspiration for all young people.
I hope it was.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it was. Ladies, I want to thank you for coming up and talking with us a little bit here. It was a great game. Congratulations. It was a great game to do, and we want to wish you the best of luck the rest of the way now. You guys have qualified for the tournament today with 10 wins, so you're in the tournament, but I know there are a lot of, I got to tell you, there were a lot of coaches here from a lot of teams scouting these games. There were a lot of coaches here from a lot of teams tonight watching this game. So you better be prepared down the road. They're all gunning for you. Okay. All right, guys, thanks a lot. That's Lexi Mercier, Avian McGrath, and Allie Mendel, head coach Ron Wojcik, thanking him for all his work here, Coaches versus Cancer. And Butch, before we sign off, it was a great victory. Any final thoughts?
Well, you kind of wrapped it up, but I don't have any really final words, really.
Well, either do I, other than to say thank you to Northern Berkshire Community Television and the Hoosac Valley community for Coaches versus Cancer. We want to thank them for their broadcast. For my broadcast partner, Butch Parrott and Rick Boa, I'm Tim Morey saying good night from Hoosac Valley.